So in this video, we have to look at the types of compensation and the benefits of compensation. Remember, the previous video have been looking at the introduction of the Workers' Compensation Act, where we have said that every employee is supposed to be compensated for the injuries incurred during the course of work. And we are looking at now the types of compensation that can be done. And you're saying, if you are harmed in the workplace, meaning that you get an accident, we have 4 forms of workers' compensation that you could benefit from. So these are the 4 types of compensation. One is medical coverage. The next type of compensation is wage benefits. Then there is vocational rehabilitation, stroke supplemental, job displacement benefit, and the last type of compensation is death benefit. So we are to look at each of these types of compensation briefly, and still, as we have said, you are going to look at the benefits, and this will mark the end of what you are going to share in this video. So when you talk about medical coverage benefit, here we are looking at the costs of treatment being covered by the employer because of the injury incurred during the course of work. So medical benefits, we are looking at the money. For example, we are saying medical coverage may include compensation for medication, hospitalization, nursing care. You can provide wheelchairs and many other equipments to support the injured person. This is the first type of compensation, which you call medical coverage or medical benefits. Then the next type is wage benefits. And here we say that the employee will receive benefits to cover the percentage of the wages. For example, this is also called this wage benefit is also known as disability benefit. And you are saying this is awarded if the injury have left the employee unable to work either permanently or temporarily. So such an employee is supposed to be given a wage benefit, which is also called disability benefit. Then you have also another type of compensation, which is vocational rehabilitation or supplemental job displacement benefit. And this one helps people who have been injured or disabled return to the work. And with the rehabilitation, people are trained, are given career guidance, they are counseled, they are assisted in finding new employment which can benefit them rather than continuing the same and they continue having injuries. So that is the vocational rehabilitation or supplemental benefit. And the last one, we talk about the death benefit. And this is to the family because the injured person will have died and the family is supposed to receive some benefits from the employer in return to help the employer's spouse, children, and dependents. And here a certain sum of money can be given to compensate for the loss, the funeral, and burial expense. That's what we call the death benefit. And those are the 4 types of compensation that we can talk about that are stipulated in the Workers' Compensation Act. So lastly, we have to look at the benefits of compensation. One, we are saying, enables the employer not to suffer harm as a result of his or her employees suffering injury in the course of work. The employer will not suffer harm in that this employee could have maybe gotten into mob justice because of what has happened, but you are saying with the Workers' Compensation Act, the employee will know that at the end of the day, the employer is going to compensate for the injuries incurred, hence protecting the employer. And you are saying also cautions the employer against being sued for the injury. So the employer has to do something because can be sued to court for the injury incurred. So it is like a warning to the employer. Then also talk about that provides a safety net for the injured worker. At least the injured worker knows that he's supposed to receive some compensation. So it provides a safety net for the injured worker. So those are the types of compensation, and those are also the benefits that someone can have because of having the Workers' Compensation Act. Thank you for listening. Make sure you share the video with a friend, share the link that a friend can also find. Thank you.